Something, your speed dating was just too much. So it's my honor and privilege to really call onto the stage a servant of our people, a person that's truly, all that she's interested in is our organization, is our people, is education, is making sure that South Africa becomes first, and she's doing that by giving her all. So please, let's welcome our Executive Vice President, who's also responsible for community affairs, stakeholder relations, amongst other things, and education. This is a portfolio. That is why I said earlier on, we all serve at the pleasure of Charlotte to make sure we can do these things and make a difference in our communities, in our country. Charlotte, please welcome to the stage.
Wow. It really is an inspiring story. And the first time I met Simon, he was much younger than today, but he still is very young. And I listened to his story of the candlelight, and we actually laughed because the first time I also experienced candlelight, I was 20 years old. Getting out of candlelight into electricity, I was 20 years old. And we exchanged our storylines. And what I found absolutely inspiring with him is just how he remains so positive. He's got humility that's bigger than his success, so he's not going to tell you everything that he has achieved. And him explaining what it takes to just make it, what it takes to just go out and go do it. I mean, the story of the Red Sea, I'm not even sure whether the people that were standing there believed that they were going to cross. But just standing there and hoping that they're going to cross, it's exactly where you are today as young people. Thank you so much. I will listen to your story for the next 10 years, and it'll remain to inspire me. And I'd like as many children in South Africa to go find the stories like this in your own families. If you look, you will find them. Honorable Minister of Basic Education, Mayor Angie Motshekga, we're really, again, privileged to have you here today. MEC for Education in Gauteng, I know he wasn't able to come ahead. MEC for Education of Mpumalanga, Mr. Majuba. MEC for Education of Free State, Dr. Makwe. I don't know whether we were able to reach Dr. Makwe. Our strategic partner in technical education, Kagiso Trust, other industry partners, all representatives of the government of South Africa, all learners present with us today, those joining us virtually from all the 9 provinces, and all the learners and teachers that will access this content beyond the 5 days of the career exhibition this week. All guests, speakers and exhibitors for the Techno X and Technical Teacher Conference, our Sasol colleagues, Techno X organizing committees, suppliers and service providers, the trustees of the Sasol Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Dream big, as we had, Simon has just shared with us. Dream big and look forward to being big. Many of us do tell children that, and many of us do tell each other that you need to dream big. But as far as children are concerned, we always even say, you can become whatever you want to become. The fundamental work for us after we ask you to dream big and show you that the world is ahead of you is for us to provide you with information and access to content that will assist you to craft that dream into goals and actually live it. And that's the reason why we have the Techno X Career Exhibition. And this is to create an opportunity for you and expose you to experiences that trigger and activate your innovative capabilities. Sasol, we recognized a long time ago that is one thing to dream and is one thing to write out goals. But what is important is actually to have information about what you want to become. We recognize the divide between dreaming and becoming and introduce the annual Sasol Techno X Career Exhibition as a platform to help bridge this divide. Now in its 20th year, the week-long event grew to become one of South Africa's largest science, technology, engineering, and maths career exhibition with an average annual attendance of 20,000 learners. In addition to seeking to stimulate interest among young learners, teachers, and the general public in practical understanding of STEM, Sasol Techno X has focused on changing the unfortunate perceptions that these fields are difficult and near impossible to excel in. We have sought to do this by providing a one-stop shop where science and technology come alive through interactive workshops and exhibition stands, subject matter expert talks, and presentations by local and global leaders in these fields. This is in addition to curriculum-relevant experiments that enhance learning and appreciation for STEM. And we'd like every single learner to interact with this career exhibition in accessing that content to bring these STEM careers alive, an application of STEM closer to where you are and make it make sense for you. This year, Sasol Techno X expanded its focus to include art and innovation, underscoring our theme of create, explore, and innovate. And we're asking you as young people, create, explore, and innovate. The expanded emphasis is inspired by growing evidence that our children need several more key components to thrive in this ever-evolving world. By embracing the movement from STEM to STEAMI, or STEAMI, we wanted to recognize the critical role creativity and innovation play in creating learners and students who will thrive in the present and also thrive in the future. For clarity, STEAMI is the acronym for science, technology, engineering, art, mathematics, and innovation. According to the Institute of Art Integration and STEAM, STEAM takes STEM to the next level. This is because, to reference the Institute, it allows students to connect their learning together in these critical areas to elements such as design principles and art practice, thereby accessing the entire palette of learning. Moreover, STEAMI removes limitations to learning and replaces these with wonder and critique and innovation. And this is what Sasol Techno X is about, highlighting how STEAMI education opens unprecedented possibilities for learners, as well as out-of-school youth in roles inconceivable just 2 decades ago. The Sasol Techno X is fully digital this year. We've got ourselves to thank for being innovative. We've got our youth to thank for pushing us beyond what we have done. And we've got the pandemic to thank us. We've got the pandemic to thank for actually stopping us and making us think beyond where we were. Every crisis can become a place of learning. Every challenge can become an opportunity for us to move forward. That's the reason why this year, Sasol Techno X moved beyond where it used to be as a physical accessed career exhibition. It is now being live streamed possibly to hundreds of thousands of learners, educators, parents, decision makers in education sector, locally and globally. The idea behind this approach is just to reach a limitless number of learners throughout the event, and not just those across our 9 provinces, but in other geographies such as Mozambique and the US, where we have operations. This move also signals the advent of the 4th industrial revolution and its impact on education dissemination. We're taking full advantage of 4IR and technology to amplify its impact. While the decision to go fully digital was not taken lightly, and we were mindful that it caused uneasiness among some of our partners and regular exhibitors, we had to live up to the mandate as the Sasol Foundation, which is the Center of Excellence for Sasol Education Initiatives, to broaden access to education opportunities, especially in a more marginalized and rural areas, as well as those that do not have access to physical information for careers in STEAMI. In the past, Techno X was hosted in our fence-line communities of Secunda and Sasolburg in Mpumalanga and the Free State, respectively. While incredibly successful, the physical exhibition meant those far from these locations could not experience Techno X, and those in rural schools had to be transported from their districts, with some learners leaving home as early as 3 a.m. in the morning to get to either Sasolburg or Secunda. And this time, we are reaching them where they are. They don't have to wake up at 3 a.m. They can wake up at 3 a.m. to study like Simon did, and we will be privileged that this information is reaching them where they are. Hosting Techno X virtually breaks down the barriers associated with the physical career exhibition. Furthermore, it has enabled us to demonstrate how the rapid advancement in technology is requiring that we adapt the manner in which we engage our learners and even educate them. This aligns with the DBE's quest to transform our education system into 21st century learning environments that provide our learners with the skills they need to succeed in today's information age economy. When the Department of Basic Education put that out, that they want to transform our education system, they want us to get into the 21st century learning environment. They wanted to provide our learners with the skills that they need to succeed in today's information age economy. We looked at that as an inspiration in the Sasol Foundation, and we said, Minister, count us in. We will be your partner in ensuring that the learners in schools that are becoming our leaders and engineers in the future, as well as all other STEAMI careers, will actually be given this opportunity to access information of what careers they need to follow and how they can also win. A fully digital Techno X also presents us with the opportunity to learn more about the public system's readiness to handle the deployment of technology for different education activities. Retlabani and our colleagues in the Department of Education, let us learn from this. How many learners did we reach? What were their challenges? What else do we need to do to make sure that we reach every child as far as we can, as much as possible, to those that we are not reaching now? If we learn from this, we will reach even more learners in the future. So we take this up not only as a success to reach more, but also as a learning opportunity for us that have partnered with the DBE to move forward and reach more learners. Now, about Techno X, why is Sasol getting involved in career exhibitions? You have met Simon. You have met Simon Baloyi. You have met a whole lot of exhibitors that have come out, not only out of Sasol, but also out of other organizations. Over 50 exhibitors that are here today access some information about what they studied. And that's the reason why we're here today. We're looking to make sure that as young people, as learners, as well as teachers, you work together in the schools, you access the careers that are required into the future. You do not only make yourselves and your family successful, but you make this country and this continent and this world a better place. Because with that, we are contributing as Sasol to making sure that you can access this information that's important not only for our company, but for our nation and the world. Let me unpack this one for you in a little bit. We're truly excited about this week's lineup of speakers. From an interactive 3D stand to talks by some of country's thought leaders in business, leadership, education, and the taste of everything innovative and everything technology related for everyone. The focus is also on educating learners about the green economy, opportunities, and the importance of understanding the renewable energy space. I'm sure you have heard about the green economy, renewable energy. Some of you have seen solars. You have seen the solar challenge that's now moving from Johannesburg to Cape Town, those cars that are moving on solar. And you have seen solar panels on top of houses. You have heard so much about renewable energy, and you have heard so much, maybe not yet, about the green economy and decarbonization. That is the future you're walking into. And that's the reason why we are now moving into making sure we expose you to those careers. Our ambition as Sasol is to grow shared value for all our stakeholders while accelerating our transition to this low carbon economy, which you will be participating in as young people. Our strategy aims to balance the triple bottom line of people, planet, and profit, and underpinned by a purpose, as you heard, innovating for a better world. For Sasol, innovation speaks to doing things differently, every single one of us. This touches on every aspect of our organization, our technology, our products, how we run our plants, our partnerships and key stakeholders, such as the DBE, Trust, and how we support our communities. For us, it's about realizing the full potential of our people, the full potential of our business, and the full potential of our country. We are cognizant that the education community is not about learners. It's not only about learners and students, but also about facilitators of learning, the educators. As such, on Wednesday and Thursday this week, the Sasol Foundation will be hosting its 6th annual Technical Teachers Conference. In partnership with Kagiso Trust, we welcome you and we look forward to hearing what you are about this year. The purpose of this partnership, which we'll seal today, Minister, is to support the DBE to advance the three-stream model in education and contribution towards vocational skills development in the economy. The conference brings together 600 teachers every year from all over the country that they share best practice. This year's conference was preceded by interprovincial teacher skills competition, which helps us identify teacher skills gaps that inform our training plans, but also inspire teachers to inspire learners. Minister will be sharing our findings with your department so that we can scale up as soon as possible to reach many, many more. We are encouraged by the positive impact Sasol Techno X career exhibition has had in our communities, as well as interest in STEAMI education and STEAMI subjects. We are now still continue to work and contribute and make investment in the Bucharisong Resource Center in Sasolburg and Osizweni Science Center in Secunda. And we will continue working with them to make sure that we reach as many learners as possible and move our work forward. We have reached a tipping point in this country. We have reached a tipping point in South Africa and must double our efforts and work together to resuscitate the economy by continuing to invest in education and broadening access while addressing other related issues such as industrialization, localization, unemployed, and contribute to poverty eradication. This is key if we are to take full advantage of our emerging opportunities. In closing, Minister, I want to recognize all our partners and thank them who are gathered here today, who share this vision to explore, to create, and to innovate. In particular, I want to thank you, Honorable Minister Angie Motshekga, and your MECs from the different provinces for always being available to support, to guide, and to inspire our work. Your presence at this Sasol Techno X career exhibition is invaluable. It confirms your support and your leadership for STEAMI education and goes a long way in garnering private sector support for these areas to ensure we collectively continue to improve on the gains made in this field and continue to make our contribution. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank Axiso Trust for sharing in our aspiration to advance technical and vocational education. Thank you so very much for this partnership. To my team and Sasol colleagues, and to Simon and all other leaders of Sasol that are here today, and that are ones that I know I've dialed in, and the ones that have made this possible, I express my heartfelt gratitude for the many hours put into making this event possible. Your efforts are truly appreciated. When I walked out with Simon to come here this morning, our CEO, who's also a bassa of Sasol, actually said, I will find time to come and say hello to the students, and I will know that they will find inspiration from this career exhibition, as he and others found inspiration by those that provided with information. So he sends his greetings. To the members of the media and all other stakeholders, thank you for assisting us in raising awareness of the Techno X career exhibition and publicizing its intention and its benefit. I wish every single one of you here today, and that's connected via the live streaming, as well as those that will reach this content later on, an insightful Techno X exhibition and a great experience for you. And I look forward to hearing your feedback as we move forward. We're looking forward to more exciting information that you'll provide us. And this year we are looking to hear and communicate with you via the digital platforms that we have created. And I hear, for instance, there is a TikTok. So I look forward to seeing what is in the TikTok. And I know that youth is ahead of us in terms of technology, but we are right there with you. All the best to all the exhibitors. You're going to be inspired by young people. And to the young people, you are the future we are looking for. And we know you will not let us down. Take over from us and move into the future and make sure that South Africa continues to punch above its weight and take our rightful place in the leadership of this world, in the leadership in science, technology, art, and innovation. Have a great day, have a wonderful week, and all the best.
Now, as we wait for the paperwork to make its way on stage, we just want to tell you that the world has changed and the ways of doing things in the world has changed too. So, the Dean and Ox, Charlotte, will sign the document standing up. This is an upward trajectory. This symbols This is a symbol of an upward trajectory of investment and efforts made to create or bring an effort to skills in schools. Please hold your breath, boys. And it's done. They have signed it, and look at that. Something tells me this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so breathe it, live it, and experience it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A historic moment. Anya, and I'm sure you can agree that this was an incredibly crucial step in ensuring that we create more technical skills in the country. And so a big shout out, and let's all shout them out by clapping, to the Sasol Foundation and also to Kagiso Trust. Thank you so much for taking this bold step.